I was working with Astronomy Club. I wasn't a part of any society back then.
Just
I
Ashoka.
didn't, because physics societies, their elections that happened, they were quite unfair at that time. I did not even apply for it. It was all like, groupism wala thing.
Yeah, इसके लिए वोट करेंगे दोस्त है.
Yeah, कि वो group करके वो दोस्त हैं तो they'll get everything. Because Astronomy Club was under Physics Society, I did not even get a position in the Astronomy Club.
No,
So I was just helping them a lot. Like that time Shweta was the president of the club and I was helping a lot in everything. कि कोई भी event आ रहा है, I'm always around and planning event together. I did talking to professors about it, collecting budget, all of that. But not with any credibility or affiliation with that.
Yeah.
We made transition into a society. क्या इसको society बनाते हैं. We made it a society. We started working on. My brother told me कि when you are in fields like the science fields and all STEM whatever, just with your college degree you cannot do shit. You won't get any further programs. You need internship. You need a good internship experience, not just because it's good for your CV, not just because it's good for your SOP or whatever. It gives you a bit of clarity in life, whether you actually enjoy the subject or not. कि यार, studying in a classroom is different, but if you want to do a work in the field, will you enjoy it?
Yeah. Learning the thing is different from doing the thing.
Exactly.
Learning physics is different from doing physics.
Doing physics, or that kind of pressure that is there out there.
Yeah.
Of that a researcher's life. Will you be able to
handle it,
cope with it, balance it, enjoy it? So I started working on my internship wala thing. I worked out a hell lot on applications. 3, 4 months, 5 months. I was giving 6 hours, 7 hours on making my portfolio, on putting up my website or something like that.
Like a week. In a week?
In a week. No, like, yeah, in a week. Initially in the week, like 1 hour, 2 hour a week. But then say when the 3 months came, I started putting out like 4, 5 hours per day. And when
in the 3-month period.
In the 3-month period. And when like the 1 month period came, I started putting 6, 7, 8 hours in a day.
Just on your application.
Just on application, like making my resume perfect, making my sending out to people, getting a sort of it's good. Putting so much, making my website and this and that, all of that, I sort of got it on track. I want everything to be good, like the best that I could do. That's when I finally got my Caltech internship. The LIGO wala thing happened. And I was sitting in this, we were in...
Summer of third year.
Summer of third year,
so
right?
Like
yeah.
After 5th semester.
But exactly, yeah. So I think after 6th semester, I think.
Oh, okay. After 6th semester. Yeah, after 6th semester.
After 6th semester, yeah. So I
2023 summer.
Exactly, so after this January wala time. And I applied to 6-7 places. And I heard sort of rejections from a few and all of that. But I got at that time it was some sort of, I think, midterm break or something like that. That we went out I just went out with my parents. And we were in the Naturals ice cream shop.
Naturals ice cream, okay.
Canard Place. It's like from childhood, it's been my favorite ice cream shop. Beautiful Mumbai-based company, Juhu Beach mein tha. Beautiful ice cream. Best ice cream ever. And I was eating, I remember very clearly, I had 2 of those ice cream wala, what a scoop. Coconut, tender coconut and sitafal.
You know the flavor.
Yeah, and I was eating it and then... so of course, like, how you have sometimes your email access is on your friends' laptops and stuff like that. So I had it accessed on my friend's laptop and all. And they called me saying, "Hey, check your mail." I opened
your friend called
my friend. Yeah, they might have been scrolling something and all. Check your mail, and I checked my mail, and there was a message by LIGO India, not LIGO India, LIGO Caltech, saying that you have been accepted for the program. It was about the interview, that you have been accepted for the interview. The interview happened, and the questionnaire happened, and this and that, and finally I got the email that I've been accepted. I was like, shit, dude, I got it. And I was in the shop and I started jumping around. I sort of got it. My parents were around. They got super happy, super, super happy. And yeah, from there, I think the Caltech experience, it became sort of the highlight of my academic life.
Dude, just the fact that 2 semesters before this, not that you were a gossip physics department with, a professor was screaming at you.
Yep.
I'm not saying anything. And then a year later, you get into LIGO SURF.
Yep.
Caltech. And Caltech to MIT se bhi zyada hard. It's like, I remember when I was applying to college, I'm like, Caltech thori apply karte hain. Caltech thori apply karte hain. Kuch bhi matlab. So I didn't consider it. I'm like, no fucking way I'm applying that. Dude, that is insane to think about.
I think a lot of people just said the same thing to me. Don't apply to Caltech.
Like friends or just professors even? Or
friends कि यार Caltech में थोड़ी मिलता है यार, क्या बात कर रहा है, अशोका में Caltech में मिल जाएगा.
India से they take three
people
out of like 400. That's seriously बहुत मुश्किल है मिलना.
Yeah, I think like about so they have about 2,000 applications, something like that, from India itself, and they take 2 or 3 people, depending on their need, maximum 3, never beyond 3. Before that, what happened? The craziest thing that happened is that I was applying for CERN,
Geneva,
Switzerland, and I did this application for 4 months. I sent it out to people. I did everything. I perfected all of it that I could have from my part at least.
Right.
And यार मेरा professor LOR submit करना भूल गया. He missed the deadline.
Oh God.
I reminded him again and I gave him a notification 2 months ago, 1 month ago, 4th week, 3rd week, 2nd week, last week. Every day I was दिए जा रहा कि भाई कर दो. He kept postponing it, delaying it, and he forgot to do it, and I lost that up. I begged them a lot. Certain people ki, bro, please take me, please consider my LOR. My entire application is complete. It's just a LOR. They didn't take it. So that 4 months of my work just went into waste, and I had to wait another 6 months for these opportunities to come again.
So this was before your Caltech thing.
This was before.
Dude, how did that feel कि professor की बस वजह से तेरा internship चला गया?
मैं like it became very like I became very sort of sad about it because I've worked on that application for 4-5 months. It's a big time, and I've literally not done my assignments on time because I was working on my applications or the CERN and all.
And then for what?
And then I submitted, everything happened on time, and then the professor forgot to submit it and became very sort of, and of course the professor, it's not like they intentionally, maybe they had their own work, and they also just had a small kid back then, so they had to take care of it. But whatever, they committed to you that they're going to submit their LOR, then they should have.
Yeah.
So in any case, it's not justified, but I felt very bad about that, and I missed this opportunity and I had to wait again. And I was applying to multiple programs, and finally I got a call from Caltech. I got there, I went there, it became the highlight of my life. And yeah, I think like the smartest move that I did was that after that
dip in the 4th semester.
In the 4th semester, right after that, I think in the 5th semester itself, during the summer time, I heard that Professor Dipankar Bhattacharya, the HOD right now, he's coming to Ashoka as a HOD. And I said, yaar, this is one professor in the department who's doing astronomy, which is a field of my interest. He doesn't know anything about my reputation yet. He's not a part of the department yet. Abhi wo aa rahe hain. So,
Achha impression.
I do not have a bad impression right now at least. और क्योंकि summer semester there are not even professors around to tell him कि ये तो गधा है करके, kind of a thing, right? So I said कि यार इनके साथ अगर एक project मिल जाए तो मज़ा आ जाएगा. So we approached him. We said, Professor, we want to do a project with you, summer project. And we told everything, and he said, yes, let's do a summer project. And he's quite a fancy person all over, known worldwide. And we did a very cool project with him. And because he was a HOD, and because he was sort of a, at a good position in the department, HOD and all, from there, I think my journey of improvement started. Where I had a good project in my pocket. I had learned a bit of competition skills. A professor who did not know anyone in the department knew me.
Yeah.
So if they have to send out any opportunity email, it used to come first to me, can you send it out? So it was a good relationship between the professor and the student.
Yeah.
So from there, I think, and we were the first few people in the campus who actually, know him. I was the first one to meet him here.
Like form a connection with Professor Dipankar.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the
first students. Exactly. So I think that was quite a smart move that we made that helped me a lot. I built a relationship with a professor. It worked out well. Because of that, we got a lot of opportunities. Yeah, let's make this, let's build that, let's do this and that kind of a thing. Overall, I think it became that was quite a good step. I think it's sort of, that's how ultimately when I submitted my son Caltech thing, I requested him for an LOR. I've worked with you, I've done a course and also could you recommend me? He recommended me, and also I think that's when, if I would have missed that opportunity, I wouldn't even have a recommendation letter. I wouldn't even have a good project in the pocket at all.
Yeah, so forget Caltech.
Forget anything at all. So because of that, I think, Professor Dipankar's contribution is quite huge in my this sort of a journey, I think.
Oh.
He's the one who sort of, like, using his support, I got up again a bit.
Right.
And then it was sort of think, I need to get back on track. Then we started Astronomy Society as well. We were meeting him again and again. Let's do this, let's do that. So he was also getting to know us personally a bit,
Yes.
not just professionally through like that. So that's when it started, and then it worked out well from there. I think the courses sort of, I managed them well, we're doing well. Teachers were very happy. The same teachers who called me saying ki, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, right.
They called me and said ki, we are like, proud to see your growth.
Lesson.
And once I came back from Caltech, then they were completely on that, and they were like, dude, how the fuck did you do that?
How did you turn it around?
Yep. So yeah, the entire thing went quite well, I think. After that, the trajectory was quite
Insane.
like, it started like this, ki health like went down and managed, came back to the good level, I think.
Yeah.
It became stable. I was happy, I was satisfied in the end of what I'm doing. I started playing again,
Like sports and all.
sports and all. I improved my eating habits. I started sleeping at proper time, so things got back to track.
Yeah.
I sort of learned how to deal that massive, stupid pressure when it's upon you. How do you survive in that? And then, then when the entire department, including your friends, are sort of against you, that they're not there to support you. When you are sort of on your own, how do you work out your life then?
Yeah.
So that one semester, 1 year, it sort of ruined me. But after that, I think I sort of, that sort of whatever I learned from that time is something that helped me a big time.
Yeah. It's like like we all have hardships, but then I feel like that's a hardship that you're grateful for.
Certainly.
यार हाँ मुश्किल था पर I would not replace that thing for anything.
Certainly. It was very important. And it's also give you sort of an edge, because like, how right now if a professor see you, they see you कि यार ठीक है, like an average person will see कि भाई ये बंदा आया, ये बंदा पढ़ाई में अच्छा था, and they were consistent. But then when they see someone else, कि यार ये बंदा कितना खराब था,
अब देखो,
and then he's doing better, it gives a sort of an edge कि यार they have some sort of, like a
experience with failure.
Experience with failure. Bouncing back from that, something like that. So I think there's something, it's not me saying that, it's my professor saying that to me. That is the most, he said that you may think कि your 1 or 2 projects are the most impressive things in your CV or whatever transcript, or your dean's list is the most impressive things in your transcript. He said that's not the most interesting part, that's not the best part. The best part is when any other person would look that in one semester you get 2.8, 2.9 CGPA, and then the next one you make it to dean's list. They said that's what is impressive. That transition that you have showed, that's what sort of makes you a reliable person, that you can, I think that was, that downfall was quite a good adventure for me.
Social media pe, or just in general, you always see other people and you're like, holy shit, Caltech pe internship. Bhai, he has such good connections with professors, or they got a job at this company. Not only do we rarely focus on the down periods of their lives, but people are very hesitant to even share their down periods. So what I did was, on my Instagram account, which is completely private, everything zero, I use it as documentation. So I strictly record videos when I'm having a bad day, when I failed at something. Because I know that if I ever make my account public, I'd really want people to see when I failed and see that despite of that, he's still doing what he's doing. Because that's how reality is, na?
Definitely, yeah.
So, तूने सवाल मुझे बताया नहीं था ये कि तेरा fourth semester was this insane. All I knew was you switched to philosophy, and I'm like, I wondered why.
No, yaar.